keto is effective for some people. Grow those lats, man. Just, smaller shirts and you get wider, it's game over, dude. Game over.
All right. Today's show, we got Mike Manfre. What's up, dude?
How you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
What's going on?
How's
Excited to be here.
I got to get my notes up. We're going to try to make this shit as normal as possible.
Yeah, this is the third episode. What happened to being on the first or second like we spoke about?
You told me not to give the reason where you were at.
Give the reason where I'm at?
Yeah, remember?
I don't remember that.
You were in Cabo on a yacht.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And you're like, dude, I can't come in.
Yeah, that's right. It was fun. I hate water.
Do you really?
Yeah. Well, I can swim. I just don't like being underwater.
Why do you hate water?
It just doesn't sound fun. I don't know. It's not my jam.
Really?
Yeah. I know you're a boat guy. You've always been a boat guy.
Yeah.
I'm a sit at a poker table for 12 hours guy.
How did that go?
That went well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you donate 10 grand?
I did donate 10 grand to the WSOP. So I did it wrong. I told you I started day one.
Yeah.
And then day two was 4 days later. Because there's day 1A, day 1B, day 1C, day 1D.
So don't.
Because there's so many people that play. So day two is technically like day 5.
So don't do day 1A.
Do day 1D. If you guys are planning to play WSOP, make sure you do day 1D. That's my advice.
That way you're not waiting and sitting around in a hotel for
who's going to hang out in Vegas for 5 days like after? We were already there for like 4 or 5 days before that. So
I don't make enough money to stay in Vegas for 5 days.
Nah, I know. And I was there with a pregnant wife and a 3-year-old.
Oh, shit.
I don't recommend it, dude.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude. What did you guys do?
3-year-olds and pregnant women do not belong on the strip.
What did you guys do?
So we stayed in the hotel a lot. I mean, we did some cool stuff, but yeah, it's hard.
Swim and stuff?
Yeah.
What hotel were you at?
So the hotel that was hosting it was Bally's. So that's where we were. We were at Bally's.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So.
Okay, dude, let's
Pretty
dive
cool.
into some shit.
Let's do it.
I don't know if anybody that's watching this, you are big into the health, nutrition, coaching, right?
Yes, I am.
12 years?
Well, 2011, right? So what is that? That's 11 years.
11 years.
Yep. 11 years I've done it.
Dude, that's like 20,000 hours.
Yeah.
They say you need 10,000 hours to become an expert.
And I say if you are not an expert after 10 years of doing something, find a new hobby.
I feel like you're ready to coach the coach.
I might be a coach's coach.
Oh, shit.
You might be onto something there. I might be a coach's coach.
We might have talked about that.
Yeah.
Before that, dude, you were a sheriff.
So, yeah, I was with the sheriff's office.
We know what you did before that.
What did I do before that?
Kiosks?
That's right.
Starting fights?
So, me and Cade, people don't know, we've been friends since 2003.
Little while.
Yeah.
We might get into some of the...
We'll get into some of that stuff. But when I met Cade, I was working at a kiosk because I was only 20. So I didn't have a cool job yet.
Yeah, it was like, we had like T-Mobile phones or something.
If you're 20 years old or 19, the coolest job you can do is probably working in the mall. It's the coolest job ever.
Oh, I'd come see you every day.
It was awesome.
Come hang out.
Right?
Watch you sell cell phone cases and cell phone accessories.
Cell phone cases.
Oh, but that shit was fun, dude.
It was so fun, dude.
That was fun.
I mean, it was Valley for a mall, which is ghetto, but like, you know, apart from that, it was pretty good.
Yeah, that
I think you almost beat like 8 dudes up. So
they had
this guy's aggressive, man. You always be fighting people. So you've calmed down.
I've calmed down a ton.
Yeah,
so.
you have.
But you and I had we didn't talk for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just lives and stuff like that, getting
Sure.
married and
separating.
me getting married, not you.
There was probably a 5-year span we didn't speak at all.
And in that span, you became a sheriff.
Mm-hmm. You weren't even at my graduation for the academy, and I called you twice.
I know, and my invitation was probably lost in the mail.
Yeah, I think I even paged you once. I said 911. Come to my academy.
With the pager.
That's right.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So 2006. You know, a funny story. I don't know if I told you this, but we applied to the sheriff's office, me and my buddy, as a bet, as a joke. Because we were barely 20 years old. We didn't think we were going to get the job. So we applied at the sheriff's office. He never got it, so the joke was on him. But I got hired on in 2006 with the sheriff's office.
Like, bitch, you're the one that
yeah, I know. He's like, And then, a few years later when I wasn't making any money, the joke was back on me. So, but I did that from 2006 to 2013.
How
so I
was
did it
that?
for about 7 years. It was tough. That's a
Was
tough
it?
job. That's a tough job. And I just got out in 2013 when it started getting a little more crazier. They were wearing bod cams and just it was a little more crazier at that time. And now it's just, as you know now, it's just nobody likes cops.
Do you remember?
Unfortunately.
Which is ridiculous.
Which is so ridiculous. So the stuff they go through for the pay they get is just, it's unreal.
No. Yeah,
So,
it's
and I lived that life. And I remember thinking, man, I'm getting paid not that much to put my life on the line. So.
Yeah, do you have any shitty situations or anything like that?
Yeah, there's a few. I mean, you're always going to have some situations. You try to be a well-respectful, when you have a badge, you try to be respectful, not be Mr. Tough Guy. But sometimes you got to be. So, but I was just over it. And so 2011, I met my mentor. I actually was going to do a bodybuilding show. And my buddy said, hey, go see this guy. He does nutrition consulting. And I was actually a trainer part-time at 24 Hour Fitness while I was in law enforcement.
Okay.
And so I already kind of started the process of working with clients and kind of building that clientele trainer relationship. And so he said, go see this guy. He'll tell you exactly what to eat. And I was like, oh, you just don't work out more and get more in shape? I didn't really know about the nutrition side. I was only 24, 25, and I really didn't go down that road.
You can't go to the Mongolian grill.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's right.
Hit up little baby corn and you're seeing shit.
It was Chinese Gourmet.
What was that place
Chinese
called?
Gourmet.
It was Chinese Gourmet?
45th and State.
It's changed
That was our
now.
jam. Yeah.
It's
been
now.
like 14 different, I think it's a strip club now.
Don't tell my health coach, but I ate there today.
Did you eat there
I did
on
eat
45th
there
and
today.
State?
I was going to take a picture.
You son of a bitch.
And send it to you.
Oh my God.
It's changed now. They
Yeah.
kind of dressed it up a little bit.
I'll see you for check-ins tomorrow. We'll see how bad you did.
We got to talk about that.
Yeah. So yeah, I met my mentor and I was sitting in his office and it was like the aha moment where I'm like, man, I know how much I'm paying you and you have 50 of me. You have 50 clients that you're seeing changing lives through the power of nutrition. It was unreal, dude. So I remember telling him I will do whatever it takes because I was already, this is 2011. I've done it for 5 years now in law enforcement. I was over it. I was just ready to get out, but I couldn't leave because you have to pay bills and you have a mortgage and so forth. So I said, dude, I'll whatever I got to do, I'll shadow. If I have to shadow you, I'll clean toilets. I'll be your janitor. Tell me what I got to do to do what you do. So he brought me on board, and I just would shadow him every day in his office, see how he talks to clients, what the program consists of, his nutrition language. And so I did that for 6 months, and he finally said, okay, you're ready to jump on board and start seeing clients. This is 2011. So I started seeing clients. He would trickle me down a few clients here and there. And then 2013, I finally made enough money because it's a commission job. It wasn't like he was paying me.
Yeah.
He's just basically, you got whatever you hunt, you get to eat, So you have to be here to make money. You can't. It's not like when I was at the sheriff's office, it's the same paycheck every 2 weeks. It's guaranteed money. Which I didn't like. I didn't like that. I didn't like having a W-2 job.
Yeah.
I liked the ability to make as much money as I wanted. So 2013, July 3rd of 2013, I left. I turned my badge in. So, and a lot of people, I'll never name names, but a majority of people, 90% of people that I worked with thought it was the biggest mistake ever. Because I was in for 7 years.
Yeah.
You retire at 20. So I have 13 more years to collect a paycheck forever.
Yeah, and then you could have done something else after that or something.
Yeah. 13 more years, dude, to me, I was already in it for 7.
Dude, you'd only
13 more years was like a death. I might as well just be dead.
You've been doing it for 12, so you're still there right now.
Yeah. I was actually supposed to retire 6/26/2026.
Yeah.
That's my actual date. Because I started June 26th of 06.
Had you gone down that path, you're still
I still have 4 more years, dude.
Yeah,
I couldn't even believe it. No way. Not only that, I've seen a lot of my buddies that they were on their 19th year, close to getting their pension, and they do something stupid, and they get sued and they lose everything. And they're in it for 19 years. You hear those stories all the time of people losing their pension over something stupid, whether it was their fault or not.
Yep.
Their department decided to hang them on it, and yeah. So I didn't want to be that guy. You're on your 19th year and something goes wrong, and you lose everything.
Yeah, that'd
right?
be fucking shitty.
Yeah. So I left, and majority of people were like, "Dude, you're making a mistake. You get a guaranteed paycheck in 13 years."
What would you say to like people that are in your same situation, hanging on to that job, like because you've been super successful.
And I've been blessed. I was blessed when I left. When I left the sheriff's office, all I had was a mortgage. I didn't have kids. I wasn't married.
Dude, some
of those guys, they have 3 kids and a wife, and they have good insurance. You can't leave. So I almost felt bad for them because I was in the position where I could leave, and if I have to sell my condo and live on the streets, it was better than doing that job.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
But some people were stuck.
That would make it a hell of a lot harder.
Of course. So I didn't fault them for that.
Yeah.
But there were some guys that were just so miserable, and they could have left. I remember telling some people, just come with me. Just, dude, start your own business. It's going to take some time. It is what it is. In 2 years, you'll be happy you did it. But a lot of them stayed, and they're still, to this day, not happy with their lives. Right? Or some of them got fired, or some of them, they stayed, and then 3 years until their pension, they leave or they get fired.
Or had enough, and they're out of there.
Yeah, yeah. So 13 years to me was like a death sentence, dude. So anyway, yeah, I left. And I started seeing clients full time. And it was that time, dude. And I tell people this all the time that want to do what I do. And I get hit up all the time about wanting to start a coaching business or just starting something. Not even coaching. A lot of people say, hey, I'm sick of my job, my 9 to 5. I want to start something different. How did you do it? Right? What was that leap? But the moment when I was doing both, I was with the sheriff's office and seeing clients. I would work from 6 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon as a law enforcement. And then from 3 to 8, I would be at the office in Sandy, and I'd be seeing clients. And it was really hard to juggle both. I was basically, you're working all day, 4 or 5 days a week, and you're trying to build this business. But it was hard. But once I finally left, and I put both 2 feet in and jumped in and just did it full time, that's when everything changed. For sure.
When you started this, going down this path of talking about going out on your own, that entrepreneur mindset, dude, your wheels started spinning. You're looking at that, dude. You're like, hold on. I know how much you're making. I know what you're charging. I know what you're making.
Yeah. My mentor?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And so that's that entrepreneur mindset, dude. That's like everything.
When he told me what he was making per month, I could not even believe it. It was unreal money from what the money he was making what I would make in almost a year in a month. So
do you do that? I find myself doing that all the time, dude. I don't know if you do or not, but anything that I like, if it's a guy cleaning the car or something like that, I'll sit and look at it and I'll be like, well, hold on, he's charging this much per car. You know what I mean?
You start doing the math.
Yeah,
you start running numbers.
Like, okay, if it's just him out there, this is what he's at.
Sure.
But if he gets more vehicles or something like that, then it can be with hourly guys. Then it could be at this. Like I don't know. That's the shit that just goes through my head all the time.
The only downfall to that, and my mentor told me this, when I finally jumped in with 2 feet. It's not guaranteed. That's the scary part. It's scary good and it's scary bad. It goes both ways. It will scare you to where you're not going to make it. It's not going to fail. I remember when I left the sheriff's office that day, July 3rd, dude, I was like so terrified. People were going out for July 4th weekend, and I was like sick to my stomach. I was scared. I was like, man, and my dad was like beside himself. My dad's an old school guy. He wants that 9 to 5. He wants that guarantee, and I didn't want to live that life anymore.
I thought he was a sheriff for the longest time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's a truck driver.
Yeah, dude. Did he have a jacket or something, or what?
He probably wore my jacket. I actually probably got him one.
I swear to God, I thought he was.
He would wear sheriff hats, and I'm like, you shouldn't be wearing that around town, dude. The problem with cops versus firefighters is I can wear a Salt Lake City fire shirt, and people are like, oh, cool, man. You wear a Salt Lake City police shirt, like you're gonna get your car keyed probably. Right. It's unfortunate. Bullshit. It is because they both change lives. They both save lives.
Yeah.
But everyone loves firefighters and no one likes cops. Yeah. It's unreal, dude.
Yeah.
Right. It's either calling the fire department when they're getting, when they're getting their ass beat or they're getting carjacked.
Who are you gonna call?
Yeah. So.
We might our cars might get keyed. We better.
Yeah, we're in a dangerous area.
About that. Yeah.
I had the windows rolled up. I was like, man, it's scary out here, dude.
Did you roll your shit up as you
This is
come
where we grew up, too, kind of, right? So
a little, like, further west.
Yeah.
But this, I don't know. Like, a lot of it's residential out there, and the lady across the street and shit, they're awesome. So.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
It ain't too bad out there.
So it's not guaranteed money, but yeah, I was running the numbers in my mind. Like, if this dude's making this much on me and he has 50 of me, not besides the money. I told him, and he laughed at me when I said, if I can make the same amount of money that I was making with the sheriff's office, which was garbage, unfortunately, it sucks. If I can make the same amount of money just to pay my bills, I will leave the sheriff's office and do this full time. But until then, until I had enough money to pay my bills, I can't leave. And he was laughing at me. And I get it now because the money that you're making in that job is so minimal. So you can get that in one or two clients. Yeah, he was in his mind thinking just 2 or 3 clients, dude. That's all you need to get consistently to make that much money. So yeah, I left 2013, and that first year was really scary. There's a few times where I remember one time he wrote me out a check for like $1,400 for the month. And I remember going to Mountain America and I was like, oh my gosh, this is for the whole month. Maybe I did make a mistake. This was like 5 months after I left, because he would pay me, he would take his commission. He would take his split. It was a 60-40 split, which seems like a lot. And it is. At the time, I didn't care. He could have taken 80% of my money. I wouldn't even cared. Yeah. Because I was just enjoying that journey of starting my own business, even though it was his business.
Yeah, but how long did you stay there before you ended up just branding yourself?
Yeah. So I stayed there for 4 years.
4 years?
Yep. I left 2015. And a funny story about that is I walked in his office one day. I actually got the balls to do it because I was super scared of him. Because it's all I knew was being under the umbrella of this company. And my mentor had about 15 of us consultants, maybe 10 in this office. So he was only making his own money, but he was also making a percentage off 10 other consultants that were also paying him. So I went to his office one day in 2015, and I said, I think I deserve a 60 or an 80-20 split. It was a 60-40 split at the time. Yeah. After 4 years, dude, I said, I want 80-20 split. I feel like that's so realistic. I feel like that's not me asking a lot. I've given you a lot of money. And he's helped me a lot, so I was grateful for it. He told me to fuck off.
Well, I get like the 80-40 when you've got like 10 clients or something that you're seeing. You know what I mean? It's a small amount.
Yeah.
And you got an office.
The 60-40 was fine. I was making 60% of my money, and I was giving him 40%.
But as you get bigger and bigger, more clients and more clients.
As you start growing, I'm like, dude, why the fuck am I paying you money on a client I got on my own? Maybe I'm using your office, I'm using the software. I get that. But if I get my own client, there should be a different split. Yeah. Right. And and we can talk about this later, but I do that same thing with 1 or 2 of my consultants that I have underneath me right now. Is if you get your own clients, it's a different split than if I give you a client. Right. So anyway, I walked in his office.
Learned from that and you've implemented it.
100%. You could be too greedy, dude. Yeah. You really can. So he told me to fuck off and to kick rocks. And I said, okay. Fantastic. And within a week, I remember driving home that night and I was already looking for offices. I was like, okay, you want to fucking play that game? Sweet. So let's do it. So within a week, I had my own LLC, Mike Manfre Fitness, right? I decided.
Not nervous at all.
Nervous.
At this point. You
super
still nervous?
Oh, yeah.
Like the next step now is.
Not only, so I made that first leap from the sheriff's office, which is scary enough. Now I'm under this umbrella of this company, feeding me clients once in a while. My name's not on the door, so it's really not my ass if something goes wrong. I mean, it is because you're a 1099. I remember going to BNI groups, dude. He would send me to these BNI chapters, and they were like confused. They're like, so is it your business? I'm like, no, it's not my business. But you're your own boss? Yeah, it's like my own LLC. Like people to understand the difference, and I hated that. Yeah. So now I'm taking this next leap to really be on my own. Now my name's on the door. Mike Manfre Fitness is on the door. Now it's all me. There's no one feeding me clients. There's no one I could run to when there's a problem. It's now I'm that guy, right? So within a week though, I had my own LLC and I jumped again in that West Jordan office. That's where I was.
I've come to you in all your offices.
You have. That's right.
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
It's good job security.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. So when did you leave the first place?
With my mentor?
Yeah.
2015.
And I'm bouncing around, not name dropping or anything, because I don't.
Sure, yeah, I won't even name his name. He's not around anymore, by the way. So
I heard about that.
Yeah, he's passed away. Which is also unfortunate. And we actually did mend our relationship right before he passed away, which was cool. He passed away in 2018. So we actually spoke a few times, and because things were bad. He was like trying to sue me. You know, it went bad because I took a bunch of my clients with me.
Yeah.
I shouldn't even say took a bunch of my clients with me. If you're my client, right?
They were your client.
And I go somewhere else, if you just follow me, what the fuck is he going to do? Right? So that's where non-competes don't really make sense.
Yeah.
In any business, in my opinion, right? If you go wherever I go, that's not on me. That's where you want to go.
Yeah, you broke up with me, but I kept following.
That's
you.
right. Yeah. So I had a bunch of stalkers. So, but so he was trying to say I took a bunch of his clients, and anyway, well, I won't get into that, but it was also a big mess. And at the same time, I was actually getting ready to compete in Miami for the Nationals.
Was that your first?
This was my, I think my fourth show. So I started competing in 2014, but I was getting ready to compete in Miami for Nationals. And I was also, so literally in a 2-week span, I was getting ready to compete in Miami. I was also changing jobs and getting a whole new office in an LLC. I mean, it was just like, that 2 weeks was a nightmare, dude. It was so crazy. And also with him threatening to sue me and do everything else. So
what year was that?
2015.
2015. Mm-hmm. And
October.
I started with you in 2015.
Yeah.
Earlier, I think it was the first of 2015.
Well, no. Oh, yeah, at the other company.
Yeah.
Yep. You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep.
Yeah,
and then I can't remember. Did I stay on with you for almost a full year?
I think you lost like 60 pounds. Weren't you like 700 pounds when you first started?
Yeah.
And then we got you down to like 250?
No, I was still at like 620. I'm still there right now, dude. Shit, we
after the meal you just had, what you just told me about. Dude, so
I look at the videos and stuff, and I watch that shit, and I'm like, oh my god,
yeah,
dude, sit up straight, stop slouching.
Dude, your before and afters were sick though.
They were good.
They were really dope.
They were. Yeah. That was freaking huge change. I think
dude.
I went from 260. It happened fast too. Mm-hmm. So I went from 260 to 198 was the lowest.
Yep.
But I was working out like 2 times a day.
You were killing it.
Yeah. So it wasn't like muscle was there, everything was there, dude. Yep. I just was dropping.
Yep. Exactly.
The goal was abs, dude, and I fell short though.
Takes time.
So
I believe I read a study that I think 2% of Americans have abs.
Really?
Don't quote me exactly, but I believe it's along those lines. It's definitely under 5%. How many people do you know that has abs?
1.
Yeah, me. That's it. I'm the only guy. You know, you gotta get better friends,
no,
dude.
I got better friends.
You get better friends.
You got
than
some
that.
abs. You got abs.
This guy had, yeah.
Caden's got abs.
Yeah, I think your marketing guys have abs.
Caden's got abs and good hair.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So,
but
yeah. So anyway, yeah.
How the hell did we get sidetracked?
I don't know, dude.
Did I start that shit?
That's why we have editors.
Oh,
they can edit all this bullshit out.
we ain't editing shit.
This could be like 3 minutes of like actual talking.
Right.
Yeah.
No, so I dropped a ton of weight, dude.
You did drop a ton of weight.
It was easy as hell.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, you just have to get going on it. And
you just have to start. That's why I tell people all the time, you just got to get started. There's always going to be busy times. Your life is always going to be busy. People hit me up all the time. Oh, I'm going to start when I'm not busy anymore. Okay, guess I'll never see you.
Your future self will be happy that you started.
Of course. You just got to get started. So.
And I've been back seeing you for a month.
Yeah. You and wifey, killing it.
Me and wifey.
Yep.
So.
And I currently see about 125 clients a week.
No shit.
Right now.
So here's the thing. I wanted to know, when COVID hit, did you transition?
I got busier when COVID hit.
Like,
I never shut down.
People had time.
Not only did they had time, but also they were sitting at home getting fatter or getting skinnier.
And did you go, that'd be Caden's problem.
Yeah. I have muscle building clients. But yeah. So, dude, COVID was insane because a lot of businesses shut down, which is unfortunate, but my business thrived because people not only were sitting at home getting fatter or getting more out of shape or unhealthy, but also they were thinking, man, if I'm overweight and I get COVID, this can kill me, right? Most people that were dying were obese. And so people, their sense of alertness kind of went up a little bit. Okay, man, if I'm this overweight and I get COVID, which I'm most likely going to get eventually, I can die. But so I better get my shit in order.
You started doing Zoom shit and stuff like that, didn't you?
No.
You have clients out of state.
I do.
How does that work if you have clients out of state?
That before COVID, I had clients out of state, so that never changed anything.
Okay.
Yeah. I maybe had a handful of clients that didn't want to come in. I remember saying, hey, I'm still open. You know, I remember March of 2020, April of 2020, it was kind of, you know, that was when people were they were super scared. I never shut down.
Yeah.
I felt I was essential. So, which
I
I was. I was essential for sure.
Being in construction, we didn't slow down.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm sure it's the same thing. So some businesses thrived on that. I did with COVID for sure. And I haven't slowed down since, which is good. But a lot of it has to do with, I do a lot of marketing. I don't actually, we'll throw this out there. I've never paid $1 for marketing ever, right? I've hired people to do like my website and stuff, but I've actually never paid money to like Facebook ads or anything like that.
You got some clever shit though on your Instagram.
I tell people all the time, man, if you're listening to this or, you know, Facebook stories, Instagram stories are free.
Use them up.
Use the shit out of them, dude, because they're eventually probably going to get smart and start charging for that, but they're free. That's all I do. I get more tread on Instagram stories than I do posts.
Really?
Yeah. Granted, it's only there for 24 hours, but I get way more DMs from those versus a post. 100%.
More people contacting you?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's, what is it, Manfre _?
Mike Manfre _
Mike Manfre _
Mike Manfre was taken by someone that doesn't even...
Not even near as cool.
Yeah, they have like 2 posts. Like they don't even... I've actually reached out to them and said, hey, I'll pay you to... you take the underscore and let me just have Mike Manfre. They never got back to me.
Mike Manfre without the underscore.
I don't think they're even on Instagram. Yeah, let's petition. Find Mike Manfre on Instagram without the underscore, because that's not me. Just Mike Manfre,
and you will get a reward.
Yeah, I'll give you $500. Oh, let's get some signatures.
One of the posts that really stood out to me, dude, was you and your COVID post rolling in the gym.
Oh my gosh, dude!
What the hell?
My coronavirus video.
That?
I don't even know where I got the inspiration for that, but it came out quick. I think I did it in like April of 2020.
Dude.
If you haven't seen it, guys, go watch it. Yeah. I'm like in full like biohazard, you know, gear, and I got my 14 gloves. I got my
toilet paper.
I got my 19 rolls of toilet paper.
Yeah, that was an issue.
Spraying down every little thing.
So my favorite part about that, dude, was at the end when you started cleaning the treadmill.
Yeah, every step.
One step at a time.
We got that pulled up.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
Awesome, dude. Yeah, it's pretty funny stuff. So.
You guys pulling that up?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But I had my buddy who's a videographer. Shout out to Bryson Sessions. He filmed that for me. It was pretty funny.
Did he?
Yeah.
Who was all in the gym?
It was an empty gym. A buddy of mine had a gym out in Harriman.
Yeah.
And it's not there anymore, but he let me just go do it, film it for 30 minutes. The gym was actually closed.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. It was like from 2 to 3 downtime.
That's my spot right there.
There's Bryson right there. He's my video. Watch this part's funny. When he sneezes.
Looks like you got a condom on your head.
I know, dude. Look, I'm all scared.
But that treadmill part, dude, just killed me.
So funny, dude. Yeah.
No, everybody needs to go see that.
The music is pretty funny as me walking in. It's just chill. I think it's a Sublime song, but it's super funny. Yeah.
No, that treadmill, each step wiping down the treadmill, dude.
Dude, each roll, those toilet papers, I think they cost me $9 each roll at the time.
I'm surprised you even got them.
I know. It cost me $9 out of meet a guy in an alleyway.
Is that what I was going to say? Is that what you pay the neighbor when you were robbing him?
Out in West Valley. I was like, hey, he had like a trench coat with all the toilet papers.
Oh, dude. So you're into all sorts of stuff. You just flipped a house.
I did. I'm trying to get into the real estate game for sure. And the reason why is my current business model, I have to be there to make money. That's the only unfortunate part about the coaching space for most people. And I'm trying to change that. We talked about the coach's coach.
Yep.
But I'm trying to, if I'm not in my office, I don't make any money.
You can't go on vacation and
That's
make money.
unfortunate. Yeah. That's true freedom is when you can step away and make money.
Yeah.
That's not me. I'm not there. You can make amazing money and I have an amazing life and a great lifestyle and I've been very blessed, but I have to be there. When I take vacation, I lose money. So the real estate thing came up. I actually have a lot of clients that are real estate investors and I'm very fortunate to pick their brain in our appointments to kind of find out, hey, what's their what's their tactics and how do they do real estate investing. And I've been reading a book a week for almost a year now on real estate.
Yeah.
October is when I started reading about real estate. Is when I bought my first house out in Sandy. It was supposed to be, you know what a BRRRR is?
Yeah.
Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat.
Yep.
It was supposed to be a BRRRR. It turned out being a BRRRR, but I didn't refinance. I just sold it because the house was too big. It was a 6-bedroom, 3-bath house. It was just too big for rental, in my opinion. And a lot of my clients that are investors, they're also on that same page where if it's too big, a lot of investors that I know, they always say you want to buy a house that's closest to the street, meaning in a 6-bedroom house, you can downgrade to a 4-bedroom house.
Yeah.
You can't downgrade from a 2-bed, 1-bath, or you really could to a 1-bedroom, but it's very unlikely.
Yeah.
So the smaller the house, the better the rental.
Yeah. Anybody that's looking, there's a smaller option that they
of
can
course
take if need be.
most people aren't looking for a 6-bedroom house to rent out. They're just not.
But if it's like a studio apartment, they're not going to be like, well,
Yeah.
I'm going to go rent the bathroom across.
You
the
want to
street.
avoid a 1-bedroom, 1-bath though too, because those are going to be more short-term type people, right? A 1-bed, 1-bath.
Yeah.
You want to avoid that as well. You want at least 2 people in your house. So 2-bed, 1-bath is perfect. 3-bed, 2-bath, but nothing bigger than that. So
And yours was 6 bedrooms?
it was too big. Yeah, it was massive. I kind of bit off more than I can chew. The rehab took about 7 months. It was supposed to take
First
4.
rehab, though.
It was my first rehab.
rehab.
I had no clue what I was doing. I had, again, a client of mine who kind of walked me through the process. He was kind of my GC. But since he wasn't actually a GC, there was no timeline on it. Like if it got
Yeah.
finished later, it didn't cost him more money.
Yeah.
It was costing me more money in interest, right? So anyway, yeah, it was great. It was a good experience. I'll never flip another house ever again. I'll BRRRR a house.
I was just going to ask you.
I'll rehab it, but I'll want to refinance it and keep it.
Yeah.
So I would rather BRRRR a 3-bedroom, 2-bath all day, right? And this way I can hold on to it.
Are you looking for something now?
Yeah, I am. I'm looking more for multifamily though. So multifamilies, 3, 4, a triplex or a 4-plex is kind of like where it's at in my opinion. Because once you get in the 5-plex space, it's more commercial.
Yeah.
And the lending's different. You got to put more
But
money down.
you didn't lose on that first house.
No, I made close to 6 figures profit on that house, which is crazy because
That's really good from what I hear.
most people make about 50K on their flips. The market was just starting to downturn as well. We actually dropped the price by 50,000 on the MLS. So I actually could have made a lot more money if I would have done it the right way.
That's quite a bit, dude. I've talked to people where they're, I guess they would be about the 50,000 mark. There are people that go out there and get tighter deals where they're only making like 15 grand on a bunch of deals.
We just bought it extremely cheap. We bought it as is, and it was just a straight
Dumb.
garbage house. Yeah, dude, it was unreal.
It looked
The
good when you were
before and
done.
afters are pretty cool.
Yeah. Did you have to sit and watch it then and schedule everything?
I did.
You
I
did?
mean, again, one of my clients kind of helped me. He had a tile guy. He had this guy.
Yeah.
But sometimes it wouldn't show up. So now I'm searching on Facebook, to, hey, is there any tile guys? There's flooring guys. So I had to do a lot of my own, try to find my own guys.
A lot of that is tough.
It was a headache, dude.
It was what?
It was a headache.
Yeah, a lot of
Trying to run a
that's-
business, plus do that. Because most people that are doing that, they're real estate investors. That's all they do.
Yeah.
I was still having to go to work 4 days a week for 10 hours a day, plus try to manage people at the property.
And
Sometimes at the property, it was vacant for 2 weeks. No one working on it.
Yeah. So that's what I've been trying to get at as well, is being in the construction space. That's what it is. Like that superintendent's there to make sure that everybody's starting at 7, 8, or whatever
Of course.
start time
Yeah.
is. Because if you're not checking it all the time and you roll around there at noon and you're like, you guys are supposed to be here, and they're like, yeah, we're going to be there in a minute. Usually, if they tell you they're going to be there at like noon or afternoon, they're not going to be there at all that day.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So like 7 o'clock rolls around, and that's when you're like, where are you at?
Yeah.
Like 7:01. Where are you at?
I didn't have that luxury, unfortunately. And so I would have a guy there working, and he'd be like, dude, there's been 2 weeks I haven't seen one other person, and there's a lot to be done. So the timeline, now, and every day that gets pushed back, my hard money guy makes more money.
Yep.
Right? So 2 factors that went against me was it took longer, so I had to pay more interest, and the price had to be dropped because we took too long. We started getting into where it became more of a buyer's market.
Yeah.
So I'll never flip another house ever again, honestly. I'll rehab a house and keep it, but I'll never flip it to try to sell it again.
Yeah, rent right now is going through the roof.
Oh my gosh. And so I just purchased a townhome out in Lehigh, and it's still on the market for rent.
Serious?
Mm-hmm. It's a brand new townhome. So, you know how much townhomes are going for right now in Lehigh?
What?
$500,000.
What's this? Oh, yeah. What's the square footage on it?
2,200 square feet.
2,200
or 20,
square feet.
2,300 square feet.
What have you got it listed?
500 grand, dude, for a townhome.
What have you got it listed for rent?
2,350 right now. I have a PM that's kind of running it for me.
And it's how many square feet?
2,300.
I feel like that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's the going rate out in Lehigh right now,
like,
where it's at.
Yeah,
it's a good area,
square foot kind of thing.
but they built so many townhomes out there, and a lot of investors purchased a bunch, so there's just tons for rent right now.
And
dude.
they are. I was going to say,
crazy.
They can't sell them; they're going to turn them to rent them.
Mm-hmm. So it's just super saturated right now.
Yeah,
the way the market is. So I'll never not purchase real estate, dude. I think it's the best investment ever.
absolutely.
For retirement. Doesn't matter if it's a good market or a bad market; it's always going to go up.
Yeah, so me being in construction, I think that, I think one of the main things that makes the most money is paired together is construction and real estate.
Yep.
I love that shit.
Absolutely. You've been in construction since dude, that's all I've known you for. You're not the type of dude that would work at a kiosk. That's just not Cade.
I did work for
I couldn't
Delta.
see you, dude. You'd be punching people in the face, customers.
I did work for Delta.
Did you?
Yeah, my customer service was on point.
When I met you, you were always a construction guy. But you grew up in that because your dad was in construction.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was going to high school, and then I'd leave, and I'd go do work and stuff on jobs.
You were so smart when it came to construction and stuff.
There's this one. Okay, so I got to tell a story. There's this one time. I was leaving Highland High School, and I was headed to go work. It was a bank downtown, and my cousin was the one running it, Eldon. So then I went down there and met up with him, and I just was this dumb high school kid. You know what I mean? He's been out doing shit for several years now. So he's like, I need you to go paint that bathroom. So I go in this bathroom. It's probably got 2 stalls. It's not a real big bathroom. 2 sinks, 2 stalls, couple urinals. I'm in there painting, and I got an oil base. And I'm in there just playing around for like 45 minutes to an hour. And he comes shooting through the door and looks at me, and I'm like high as a kite. He is like, what in the hell are you doing, dude? Like, get out here. So he pulls me out. I don't even know what the hell's going on, dude, because the fumes and shit.
Yeah.
He sent me
probably
home.
saved your life.
He did.
Yeah.
I probably did. That wouldn't be the first time, dude.
Yeah, dude.
But I was 17 painting the bathrooms, oil-based, door shut, just.
No mask on, nothing.
Yeah, dude, I just was having fun. I was singing to myself.
Yeah. He
He's
saved your life.
Yeah, he's like, I could hear you. And he came running in and was like, dude, what in the hell are you doing?
That's so funny, dude.
But yeah, going back to those hours, I don't know. That's 20 plus years.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
doing the same shit.
Yeah, that's all I've known you to be is in construction. So that's where you belong, dude. You're smart.
I did work for Delta, though.
Yeah.
Pushing people around in wheelchairs.
Did you?
I did.
I can see you doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a big payout one time in it, too.
Like tips?
Yeah, dude. Whole shit.
Some cute little old lady gave you a tip?
Dude,
yeah.
I didn't have, these guys, you would grab wheelchairs and you'd go pick people up from like the curb or something like that.
Yeah.
And so I was sitting with a bunch of people and there was a wheelchair and I could see this lady was like having troubles with the books. So she had like her son with her in the wheelchair that was being pushed by one of the prospects. And then I could see the lady that's what they were called. I could see the lady was having issues. So I literally just walked up and was like, can I help you? And I grabbed all the stuff from her and walked her on the plane, dude. She had $100 bookmarks. Nice. So she gave me $100 bill and she gave him $100 bill. And we got off that jetway, dude, and got back out there. And he was like, that's freaking bullshit, dude. I went from the parking lot all the way to here.
No tip.
And all you did was come up and grab her books and you get $100 too. So, but then the food there was so goddamn expensive, it just took the $100 that same day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah.
But, how long we known each other?
2003, 19 years.
Yeah, we established it's longer than you've been alive.
That's right. That's right. We were that young kid at one point, dude. Do you remember when you were 18? What a 39-year-old was to you? They were like 80 to me, dude. I was like, oh, gross. You're 39.
I remember being 20.
That's how I felt when I was 20 years old to a 40-year-old.
I remember being 20 and going to a club and getting in trouble.
I do remember that. Yeah.
I don't know if we'll get into that story.
We didn't make it to the club.
We did not make it in the club.
No, we didn't make it in the club.
We did not make
We
it.
spent too much time at a traffic light.
I did, yeah. Apparently,
right.
you get pulled over if you don't turn right at a red light.
But I have found out, and I did this myself, is if you eat a bunch of pennies, you will blow zeros on a breathalyzer. So try that out next time you guys get pulled over.
I did not.
I ate
put
about
pennies
14
in.
pennies. It probably took like 7 years off my life, but I didn't get a ticket. So I think
I was not
the
as
diseases
lucky.
I got from those pennies, yeah.
How
it's
late-
probably still in my blood.
Was that
but-
like midnight?
Yeah, it probably was. Your mom was pissed.
She was pissed.
Yeah, she
Especially when that little Corolla that was like a rust bucket came up to take my blood. Yeah.
That's right. So, good
just,
times.
Just for the record, that was not a drop act. I was under the legal limit.
I would tell you something about Cade, though. This dude is down to fight.
No, I'm not.
You are, because me and my buddies one time, you just barely started hanging out with my little crew, right? And we were like, let's test this dude. Let's see if he's down to fight. And so when you were pulling up, we're like, hey, let's say that there's a bunch of kids coming to fight us, and let's see what Cade does. There was like 7 of us. Remember, it was like me and Gary and all those guys. So Cade pulls up, and we're like, dude, these guys are going to come fight us, man. Like, are you ready to fight? Cade's taking his watch off. He's taking all of his necklaces off, like about to take his shirt off, just ready to brawl. And we're like, okay, bro. All right. You passed.
Yeah, but there's
you
time-
passed.
there's
There was
times-
no kids that were going to fight us, but
If-
you would have been down.
They were a lot smaller, dude.
So
Yeah, like that was an elementary school.
that was impressive.
That was an elementary school that the kids were coming out of.
Yeah.
That's
We were
why I
next
wasn't
we were
worried.
next to a playground, but that's besides the
That's
point.
why I wasn't worried.
12, 8-year-olds can really do some damage.
But there are a lot of situations.
This guy, I'm funny, huh? Am I funnier than the other guests? Yeah. Hell yeah. Am I the best so far?
Hey, you're not allowed to say that.
Am I the best so far? Sweet. You can edit. You could edit that part.
You know
out.
that
Edit that part out.
There's no editing. We don't have the software.
No, well, I guess you're the 2 guests who are gonna get the butt hurt. So
You-
I'm
you-
a funny fucking dude.
You
though.
need to meet Red Suit.
I know.
Yeah, you need to.
I
you
think
need
we've
to meet
actually
him
spoken one time on Instagram. So he
Have
just
you?
rocks red suits all day.
all the time.
What's the obsession with that?
More marketing and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yep.
Just so people know.
Yep.
Yeah, smart. Dude, it's all about marketing.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to get into with, a coach that I might be hiring to get my platform off the ground as far as coaching other coaches to do this job, right? Or just getting started in some. So many people feel stuck.
Yeah.
They really do. People, I really do get a lot of overwhelming DMs, like at least one every few months. I'm just kidding. I get a few a week. But people are really like lost. Like, hey, how did you get where you? They just have questions.
How did you go from a sheriff's $15,000 salary to a six
Yeah.
figures?
Yeah, for sure.
kidding.
And that's what I want
I'm
to show
sure
other
they make
people.
more than that.
I made $24,000 a year take home.
I was not far off.
No, you were not.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah, maybe a little over, maybe 26, but barely enough to cover a mortgage and life. So I remember thinking to myself at 5 years when I started with my mentor, I can't live this way forever. Even if you don't promote, I think the cutoff was like at the time $60,000 a year, which seems like a lot, and it's not at all. So
Definitely not these days.
yeah, not these days. It wasn't a lot then, and it's. I think they start them out more right now, obviously, because times have changed. But so yeah, people are just they're confused on. You like that picture? How you doing?
There
I
you
was your
go.
age in that picture, dude. I was 20.
Is that your condo?
Yeah.
Dude, that's the condo with the short ass
Dude,
countertops.
Want to check this out?
Those
So
short
I bought a
countertops.
condo. So the condos around
There was 88 countertop.
It was
height.
88 countertops. That's right. The condo I bought was a little miniature house. It was by itself. It sat. I didn't share walls. It looked like a mini house. Remember that, right? Yeah. And the walls or the counters were like I think 3 inches lower.
Yeah.
And the doors were wider for wheelchairs. It was like the perfect cottage.
And you
We
had
called
grab
it
bars in your shower.
yeah, we called it the cottage. Legit. That's what we called it. Good times. Good
shit,
times.
dude.
But that was the condo I was living in. I remember when I got that condo, dude, I bought that condo in West Jordan for $118,000. 1,000 square feet.
I don't know how I remembered the countertop shit, but that
Yeah.
picture's what
That
reminded
looked tall.
me, dude. I don't know how. You had to have told me like in 2016 or something.
Probably.
We talked about it, and you're like, dude, the countertop.
You came over. Did you ever go to that house?
I never went to that.
Was
house.
that the time frame we were never speaking? That's probably what it was, right?
It was, but you
Yep.
you had that condo. You had to
from
have had that condo when you were,
11 to 18.
yeah. So in 15, 16, you were still in that condo.
Sure.
Yeah, and we had that conversation about your countertops being so damn
Yep.
little.
To this day, I wish I would have kept it and had it as a rental.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought that for 118. I sold it for 240 in 2018. So I doubled what I bought it for 7 years later. That's the power of real estate. It's probably worth 350 now, dude. So, but I had to sell it for a down payment on my new house at the time.
I think I bought my West Valley house for 190, 180.
It's worth like 500 now.
Then we fixed it up and sold it for like 490.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
So real estate's where it's at, but that's really the route I want to go is getting to more real estate. But real estate takes time. You can't. It's not a quick fix.
Yeah.
As anything good is, but real estate to build an empire, it takes at least 10 years. In 10 years you have 50 doors cash flowing.
It's good passive income.
It's not bad. It's not bad money. While your house is also appreciating.
Yeah.
While you're also
paying,
collecting, so a house depreciates, and the IRS usually will say it's 27 and a half years. So like on this condo, that's 500 grand. I'll make, it's $18,000 of depreciation that I won't have to pay taxes on. So if you have 50 of those, dude.
But the
times
condo's
18,000.
appreciating.
Condo's appreciating.
The tenants are paying it down.
They're paying it down.
They're paying the bill.
Yep.
And a little bit as well. Or if
It's hard to cash
it's
flow
not
in
a
Utah.
whole lot on cash flow.
At least Salt Lake County is not a cash flow state at all, which I'm fine with. I'd rather be in a depreciation state where you're making 8, 9, 10% on your house versus $300 a month.
Yeah.
And you'll get mixed reviews on that. Some people say you're crazy if your house doesn't cash flow. To me,
But even when it is cash flowing, it's pretty minimal.
it's minimal. Yeah. Now if you're
It's
cash
not
flowing
anything
$200
crazy.
and you have a 100-unit apartment, well, that's 20 grand a month.
Yeah.
That's good cash flow, right? But I'd rather appreciation. I'd rather you make like the condo that that townhome in Lehigh. It appreciates 5% a year, which is very standard. That's 25 grand a year. It'll appreciate. It'll make me.
Yeah.
And what if you had 20 of those, dude? So real estate's definitely where I wouldn't say main focus because I still love what I do, but it's probably 50-50 right now. I probably read more real estate books than I do anything else. Watch more real estate podcasts than anything else.
Do you know what was just going through my head?
Let's hear it.
I can't believe I told the story about the freaking club.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't want people to judge you?
Oh, hell no. Let her rip.
That's what I'm saying.
You're still taking on clients though.
Every day. I don't think I'll ever be in a position where I do not take clients.
It is no more MMF.
Mike Manfre Fitness is long gone. And a funny story about that is, so from 2015 to 2019, I was Mike Manfre Fitness. So 4 years, I was building up my own brand, my own name. I wanted the people to know who was behind the brand. And I hired this business coach. I always tell people you should hire coaches, right? You should always be cautious about talking about something you're not knowledgeable on, right? I tell people that all the time. You should never be talking about a topic that you don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Right. So I wanted to hire a business coach because I had no clue really how. I started a business, but I really wanted to know how to actually grow a business. And the first thing he told me was, you got to change your name, dude. You cannot have Mike Manfre Fitness. Most big companies do not have their name in the title, right? Plus, remember MMF?
Yep.
The F was red. We actually did a color experiment, if you will. And red was not a good color as far as what I was trying to do.
Serious?
That's where mint, Evolve Culture, that mint is very warming and it's
friendly.
Very, very friendly, and it's not gender biased. It's just, red sometimes is more related to a boy, and
Yeah, there's the
MMF right there.
MMF right there, dude.
That's right.
Oh shit.
Yep. So yeah, he told me to change my name, and I was pissed, dude, when he first told me.
Put the Evolve Culture on. Go to that one.
I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, show that one.
It's probably the very top.
Yeah, you'll probably see. You might pass his 900 5-star Google reviews on your way up, though.
Keep going. Right there.
Oh, you can see the logo in the back.
A little bit. So,
Dude, look at the maturity level
how you doing?
change. Look at
That's
that guy.
That's right. So Evolve Culture.
Did you hear me drop the Google reviews in there?
Yeah, I have 286 5-star reviews. Go check it out. #1 guy in Utah. So no one has more Google reviews than me out of any coach in Utah. So that's kind of what I pride myself on. Because it's hard, dude. Getting a review from a client is like pulling teeth. Even though they love the results, they're just so busy. You know, I'll say, hey, can you give me, I'd appreciate a Google review. Sometimes they'll write it on their own because they appreciate what I've done for them.
Yeah.
But it's like pulling teeth, dude. It's so hard to get a review from a client.
Yeah. We were just talking about this today. I need to start trying to not necessarily get Google reviews for the construction company, for anybody to look at it and be like, because the construction company, nobody really cares about that kind of stuff. I need to get Google reviews to bury the bad ones, because the only goddamn reviews we get is like 1 star. Like, if this dude parks like this, I wouldn't trust their work.
That's so dumb. That's why sometimes bad reviews doesn't always necessarily mean a bad company. They could be stupid stuff, right? They could just
driving crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't do
anything.
that.
Anything.
I don't drive crazy.
No, definitely not. So yeah, dude, he told me to change my name and I was really mad about it. And he goes, you have to, if you want to grow your business, because Mike Manfre Fitness, the word fitness, I did not like.
Yeah.
Fitness, people would see my Instagram and they see that I was competing and stuff. They thought all I did was competitors, or they thought all I did was bodybuilders.
Yeah.
And that's not the route I wanted at all.
So when you rebranded, was it a big boost?
It was a big boost. It really probably tripled my business because it was more inviting.
I like that teal color.
The teal color is really awesome, right? That mint.
Yep.
And you can see on Evolve Culture, I have nutrition plus lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's crucial. There's no word fitness in there anymore. It's nutrition and you make it a lifestyle. And that's really what I've been preaching really since I've been doing this, but the Mike Manfre Fitness kind of got in the way of that. Even though I would preach to them when they were in my office, most people that from the outside perspective looking in, they seen the Mike Manfre Fitness and they said, well, this is a bodybuilder and this is what he does. They see even the word fitness. The word fitness sometimes can scare people away, which is my main clientele. 90% of my business are average people.
Oh,
right? They're not bodybuilders. They're not 95% of my business.
Yeah.
Because number one, that's the masses. That's who you're going to target. There's more average people than bodybuilders and competitors. And number two, you can change more lives. You really can. My average client, someone that's 300 pounds, 400 pounds. Those are the people that I want. So the nutrition plus lifestyle is really grown my business because people see that and they want to make it more of a lifestyle. It's not about being in the gym 5 hours a day. So
I'm ready to start a fight with somebody that's listening to this podcast. You ready?
Let's do it.
What do you think of keto?
Oh man. So I have shirts in my office. I should have worn it. I was actually going to wear my shirt that was dogging on keto people.
Dude, it's in your Instagram. We'll find it. Yeah, it's in there. So when I hit you up and I said, hey, what do you think?
I don't think I have it on there.
No, I said, when?
Hey, look at that guy. Look at that. Look at the before and after. It's hilarious. Look at that. That's funny.
Dude.
Gosh. I look like the Grinch in that picture. Look at that.
You're sticking your stomach out right there.
I was a little bloated, yes, but
you could poke your belly right there and it would go right back.
But literally, that was the day.
I've seen it.
So that was 2 months after my daughter was born. That left
on
picture.
The left?
So that was 2 months of sleep deprived, no food, eating like shit, not working out, not even stepping foot in a gym.
Which is going to come up and
I told people, if it could happen to me,
again.
it could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
But then it took me only a few months to get fit again. But so yeah, that was actually a really powerful picture because a lot of people thought I was always fit. They always think like the coaches are always fit, and we always have.
Yeah.
Everyone has shitty days.
Yeah, I'm not always fit.
Yeah, you always have a really good beard though, which is cool.
I don't know, dude.
It's getting gray though, bro. I'm seeing it.
Lot of gray. I earned every goddamn one of those.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah,
Every
you have
one of them,
employees.
20 years.
That's why I have employees. That's why I run my own shit. I don't want employees, dude.
20 years doing construction, dude.
No, keto though. No.
Yeah, let's
honestly
go
though, keto is effective for some people. But going back to the t-shirt, I have a shirt that says keto and it's crossed out and it says eat carbs, period. Because I don't think it's effective for 90% of people. There is keto programs that are effective. I've had clients be on keto and they drop their A1C levels and it was internally very healthy. But there's no long-term studies on keto.
Do you help people that want keto?
I do.
Oh,
I have about 8 clients on keto right now. The reason why is because they're insulin resistant, so they can't even have carbs anyway. If you sat here and said, I can't live without carbs in my office,
Yeah.
why the fuck would I put you on keto? Tell me. Can you live without carbs?
I wouldn't use you.
Dude, people that can't live without carbs, yeah, if you cut out carbs for a month, you're going to lose weight.
Yeah.
But what's going to happen when you put those carbs back in? Right? It's really only effective if, number one, you really can't have carbs anyways. A lot of people that are maybe celiacs or, they need everything gluten-free or, there is instances where keto is really effective. So I tell people, and I just posted this the other day, don't ask what's the best diet. Ask what's the best diet for me. That's what people, they don't understand that. They just think there's one diet out there that's going to give everyone 6-pack. It's not the case. So you need to find the diet that's right for you. And maybe keto is the right thing for you. But I can tell you from my experience, 80, 90% of people, maybe they like the idea of keto. After a month, ask them how they're feeling. Eating bacon every day. They might like it at first.
Dude, I'm not.
That shit gets old real quick.
I'm not
Let me
a
tell you.
coconut person.
After a month, they'll see some weight loss, which is cool.
Yeah.
Who knows if it's even fat loss? If you're losing more than 2-3 pounds a week, you're not losing fat, dude. Right? We've talked about this.
Yep.
For every 100 pounds that you weigh, you can lose 1 pound of fat or 1% of your body weight. So if you're 300 pounds and you're getting on the scale and losing 9 pounds, you didn't lose 9 pounds of fat, right? Or if you're 150 pounds and you lose 4 pounds, you're not losing 4 pounds of fat.
How much of it's what and what?
That's hard to determine. It depends on how, if you're really starving yourself, it's most likely more muscle than anything else.
Losing the muscle.
Absolutely. So that's hard to determine. You can never say, oh, it's this versus that. It's either muscle or water most of the time, right? So it uses those two factors. But you can lose up to 1% of your body weight every week. So these people on keto, they're losing 5, 6, 7 pounds in a week, and they only weigh 200 pounds.
Is it muscle?
Yeah, muscle and water. And there's a reason why when they get off keto after 2 months and they want carbs again because they can't live without them, they gain all their weight back and more.
But for medical reasons.
There's some studies for keto, it just makes sense for some people. That's why I will never knock it. I mean, I talk shit about keto because I just don't think it's realistic long term for most people, or we'd all see people that were fit, the whole keto craze, right?
Yeah.
It's effective, and it's really effective internally and healthy for some people, but 8 out of 10 people, 9 out of 10 people, it's not effective long term. It's not sustainable.
How about fasting?
Fasting's effective. Eating once a day or twice a day. Intermittent fasting is really effective, right? Intermittent fasting, if you're doing they call it 16-8, 16 hours you're fasting, 8 hours you're eating, that's super effective. It really is, because you're not cutting out. When I have clients on intermittent fasting, they're not cutting out any of their macros. On IF, you're still eating carbs and fats and protein. And that's what I preach from my company, Evolve Culture, nutrition plus lifestyle. It's crucial because you have to have a balance of macros.
Yeah.
You can't cut any of those out because each macro, protein, carbs, fats, they all play a role in something, right? So I've had a lot of people that have done keto and they start losing their hair. They start having major issues because they're going so low in carbs and so high in fats. Because if you do it right, you got to be at 5% carbs.
Yeah.
And your fats have to be 75%.
Ketosis.
And where people fail also on keto, they don't realize that protein will also kick them out of ketosis. So a true keto plan is 5% carbs, 75% fats. Now we have 80%. That's only 20% left for protein. And some people, their protein's so high.
Go eat too much protein.
If you have too much protein, it's going to kick you out of ketosis. Plain and simple.
Then you just got a fat ass
Yeah.
diet.
So that's why some people are trying to build muscle in keto. Again, I'm not saying there's probably a person out there that's super buff on keto and they claim that, and that's fine. And maybe they're just genetically a freak. But for majority of people to build muscle, what do you need? Protein. How are you going to build muscle on 20% protein, bro? No, it's not. Unless you're eating 18,000 calories, right? You need at least 1.5 grams to 2 grams of protein per body pound to build muscle.
Say that again.
1.5 to 2 grams of protein per body pound to build muscle. To maintain muscle, you're usually good with a female or male between 0.5 gram and 1 gram of protein. So a lot of my clients that are just losing fat, our goal is to lose fat and maintain muscle. They should be at least 1 gram per body pound, give or take, depending on the person's lifestyle, age. That's just a rule of thumb. Sometimes I say that and people quote me like it's the Bible. That's a gray area. But in that range, a half pound to 1 pound per body pound to maintain muscle, and 1.5 grams or 1.5 to 2 grams to build muscle.
See, this
You
is
can't do that on keto.
This is all the 12 years you're hearing right now coming out.
You guys want to be fit?
All the knowledge.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was going to pull Caden on the camera and be like, how many calories this guy got to eat to gain weight?
Yep, a lot. Muscle building is harder than fat loss. I have about 15 muscle building clients, and that is so much harder than fat loss.
Serious?
100%. You can lose a pound of fat in a week. You can't gain a pound of muscle in a week. So the ratio is it's harder.
Yeah.
You can easily, if you're overweight, lose 4 pounds of fat in a month.
Andrew wants to bulk up.
It's very hard to gain 4 pounds of actual muscle in a month, regardless of whatever stupid fucking trainer tells you otherwise. That's, fucking V-Shred or all
It's
these
hard to gain
idiot
more than
trainers.
4 pounds of muscle in a month.
Depending on the person. Yep, 100%. Someone that's skinny their whole life, they can't put on muscle anyway. So they're not going to put on 4 pounds of muscle in a month,
Yeah.
right? So now you got a guy that's a bigger dude, like you. Maybe
So
you can
different
gain 4 pounds. Different body types, of course.
What are the different body types?
Ectomorph, which is me, naturally skinny. This homeboy right here. You're probably an ectomorph, right? You have abs almost year round, but you can't build muscle because it's so hard. So ectomorph. Endomorph, which is overweight people, usually obese people are endomorphs. And then mesomorph, which is you, right in the middle. Perfect. Congratulations.
I look at a donut, I gain weight.
Yeah, but you can also lose weight too.
But then I can also lose
I
weight.
would trade your body for mine all day because you're just a big dude. You just gotta chisel it, dude. Chisel that out.
We're
right?
working on that again.
You got chiseled out. Guys that are skinny to actually have to slap on clay and build that muscle, dude. Eating 4, 5, 6,000 calories a day, clean food, is fucking hard.
That's what I was telling Caden. I'm like,
But
dude,
to
I would hate that, dude.
To be in a deficit,
Yeah.
simple, dude.
Yeah.
Right? It's not as hard. So
No,
muscle building is way harder than fat loss.
And I get it. Like in a deficit, like me in a deficit right now, is not that bad. Like I feel like I'm eating a ton of food.
Yeah.
Period.
To be negative 500 calories a day, which is 1 pound of fat in a week, right? So in 1 pound of fat, how many calories are in a pound of fat?
What's that?
How many calories are in a pound of fat?
I don't know. What is it?
You don't know?
No.
I've taught you better, dude.
No.
You don't listen during our appointments?
Oh, of course I do. Hold on.
So there's 3,500 calories in 1 pound of fat.
3,500 calories in 1 pound of fat.
Yeah. So if you're negative 500 calories a day times 7, how many calories is that? 3,500. This guy with his calculator. Kate's busting out a calculator right now.
3,500.
So the whole point of burning 1 pound of fat in a week is just be negative 500 calories
Dude,
a day.
I'm just staring at your eyes. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
They're blue.
yeah,
How'd they look?
mesmerizing. You're giving me math problems, dude. And I'm just,
If I wore a blue shirt and my blue eyes, you would be like drooling right now.
that's a possibility.
You guys blue eyes? Do you have blue eyes too? It's like looking in the mirror, bro. I'm telling you.
What's that hat?
I don't know. You guys see these hats around, right? I have like a gorilla one. I have,
I have not seen that one.
you haven't seen these ones? Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're hip.
I like it.
They're on fleek.
Fleek?
I think still. Is
Is
fleek still
fleek
a
a
word?
word?
Fleek's a word. It used to be a cool word like 5 years ago.
Like
Not
fire
anymore?
and shit.
On fleek? You even heard that word before? Oh, okay.
They've probably changed the name.
What's the word now? What's the new fleek? Because you look hip, bro. You got an earring and everything. Like,
Dude, he's getting it, dog.
yeah.
Gas? Did you
What is
just say
it?
that? I don't think it's gas. Nobody's gonna go around saying you got a ton of gas.
That hat's
You
on
gotta-
gas, bro.
Bro, I think it's gas.
That hat is so gas.
I think Cade said it properly.
Oh, that hat's gas or something.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
You got a ton of gas, bro.
Yeah.
I can see it from here.
That's so funny.
So
Anyway, so hopefully I answered all the keto people out there. It's effective. Depends on the person. There's not a one-all fix-all diets. There it is right there, right? Eating 4 to 6 meals a day works if you like smaller meals. Keto works if you can't eat carbs. Intermittent fasting works if you want to eat 4 to 8 hours in a 24-hour span. Carb cycling works done correctly. Bottom line, do whatever fucking diet works for you.
bam.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Every diet works. You know the best diet out there?
What?
You guys want to know what it is?
The one you stick to?
That true. Yes, I like that.
You're gonna have
Any
to-
diet
You have to use that.
that puts you in a deficit. That's it. You got to burn more than you consume. It's so simple to burn fat, dude. What it comes down to, where people struggle, the average dieter out there right now,
Yeah.
is there's so many, dude, type in diets in Google. See what comes up.
Oh,
Good
like
luck.
fad diets
Good
and shit
luck.
like that?
There's so many conflicting things out there. And that goes back to what diet works for me. And sometimes it's a matter of trying out every diet out there to see which one works for you. Because it's trial and error. And even with my clients, people will hire me and they think I have all the answers up front. I don't know how their body's going to respond to certain carbs, fats. Like, we don't know how their macros are going to be. What's the calorie count they need? They think I have all the answers. And yeah, granted, I may have, if I know your age, your weight, maybe I go, okay, this is what you should be on, depending on your lifestyle. How active are you, right? If you work at a bank, you're going to be on lower carbs than if you are a construction worker.
Yeah, not doing shit.
Of course. So that's where macros, and that's where every plan out there is so specific, and it has to be customized. You can't find a cookie cutter diet out there.
But that's why you go see you.
That's why you hire a coach.
So that they can be watching that and changing your shit up
Of course,
weekly
yeah.
to get the best results.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is a lot of people I think get discouraged because they'll start a diet and they'll get on it and they'll lose weight like the first week, and then the second week the scale doesn't say shit. The third week doesn't say shit. But most of the times, like if my scale does not change, dude, those are some of my best weeks that I've had. But I would never know it unless I came in and got tested from you.
Of course. You cannot use the scale as your only gauge on how you're doing on a diet, up or down. Even if it says you're down 5 pounds, do you know if you actually lost 5 pounds of fat? How do you know? That's why body fat testing is so much more effective than anything else, right? And there's different body fat testing that's out there, right? I use an in-body machine in my office, which is pretty accurate. There's a DEXA body scan, which is super accurate as well. There's like an underwater test that where you kind of submerge yourself in water, and I feel like that's the most accurate test out there. But it's expensive, and no one's going to do that weekly.
Do you come up religious?
You what?
Do you come back up religious?
Yeah. If you have it done by a priest, if it's by a random trainer, you're not going to be healed.
No.
You're not going to be blessed.
not by Mike Manfre.
No, that's right. Yeah.
What was it that you would use early on?
I used it's called
Those little pincher
Skindex.
things.
It's called a Skindex. It's like a pincher.
Yeah.
It's an automated pincher, which was effective. But here's a problem with that, dude. And I used that for 9 years. When I pinched you with the Skindex, did I ever do your lower half?
No.
Never. So really, I'm only giving you an upper body reading. I would do your bicep, your tricep, your hip, and your back.
Yeah.
So there was no lower body fat reading.
Is that why you switched over?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's much more effective on my in-body machine because it's a full body fat analyzer, right? So it's a lot more accurate. But again, I tell my clients it's just a machine.
Yeah,
it can be fucked up sometimes. Hydration, if your hydration's off, it can mess that up. So, but yeah, don't use the scale as your only gauge. That's why you come in, and that's why most people need to hire somebody if they really want change. You need to hire somebody. Hire somebody. If you want change, not only physically, you want change. If you're fucking broke as shit and you want to change it, hire a business coach, dude. You know, you want to get better at reading, hire a reading coach. Like, there's all these things. You want to get rich, hire a financial advisor. So just hire someone that knows what they're doing and been successful. You try to do it on your own, it's just not gonna cut it.
No, it takes time too to figure everything out. Like me being on my own, doing my own thing for 12 years. I could, if I had to turn around right now, knowing what I know to start again, I could be back to where I'm at now in 3 years.
If you hire someone, so you cut the corners.
If you hire somebody, save yourself for
of course
7 years.
You cut learn from people's mistakes. It's not about reinventing the wheel. It's about copying. You want to copy other people. As weird as that sound, you want to copy their success. Someone that's successful, copy what they did. Right? They're not better than you. Just copy what they've done.
Yeah.
So learn from their mistakes. But even once you kind of know, you still have mistakes and you're always still learning. You're always adapting. You know, I've done this for 11 years, but you're always adapting. You're always, how do I grow
Shit's
more?
always changing.
Yeah. It's always changing, even though the body has not really changed from, 10,000 years ago. I feel like for the most part, like your body's not really different than it was 20 years ago. Like the methods that worked 20 years ago still works. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, so I feel like you don't really need to reinvent the wheel when it comes to that. You can stick to the basics. And the basics are living a normal, healthy lifestyle that's sustainable. That's where people fail, dude. They find stuff that's not sustainable.
I like it.
They're on these bullshit diets, and they're not sustainable. And then they get fed up. After a month, they lost some weight. They feel like shit. They can't do this forever. So they're like, well, fuck it. I'm not going to diet ever again. No more diets for me. And they just give up. And they're content being overweight or skinny or unhealthy. They have no knowledge.
So what's the best way to get a hold of you?
I have an OnlyFans.
Do you do feet too? You do feet too?
This kid's laughing.
Do you show feet too?
Yeah, that's all I do is feet pictures because they're.
Dude, we need to collaborate.
I'm telling you,
We need to
it's
collaborate.
so awesome. Dude. I'm like, people are gonna pay me $1,000 for my feet.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I got a fucked up toenail.
Yeah.
That everybody goes nuts over.
They're not even my feet. I find pictures on the internet. And I just send it to them. I go to Google and type in feet, and then I send them those. They're not even my own feet. Which
They
is
don't know that,
they don't know. Of course, they don't know that. Yeah, it's pretty awesome stuff. So
They don't know my foot's really not 15-inch
that's right.
shoe.
That's right. Yeah. People can get a hold of me through Instagram, right? At MikeManfre_. My website is MikeManfre.com. So,
And you got a coaching thing coming up soon. You're starting to put together trying to
I
coach
might,
them.
yeah. I mean, if you're really wanting to know how to make six figures in this business, and you could do that very, very easily in,
Like if
in
you're
your first
nervous-
year or two.
Nervous leaving your company, or you're thinking about doing it or something,
Yeah.
wanting to go out on your own.
Because
and do
there's
something.
so many people that are working the 9-to-5 grind and they
Yeah.
hate it. Now, my job's still 9-to-5 grind, not those times, but
Yeah.
I'm still there. So have I really left the 9-to-5 grind? Maybe not. Have I really escaped that yet? I have more freedom. I can cancel my day
Flexible.
whenever I want,
Yeah.
right?
Your power could go out in the office.
Yeah, it does that sometimes.
Just your office.
Yeah. There's like a fuse box. It just goes out in my office.
When you
So.
text me that, I was like, whatever, dude. Bullshit.
Yeah. Dude, my office, I'm telling you, I hope it's there one time.
Your office was the
Well,
only
the whole
one.
upstairs, not like the
Oh.
whole building.
Oh. Because you're like, dude, the building's out. And I'm like, what? And you're like,
No, it's just like
wait,
our-
it's just my office.
Our
I'm like-
upstairs.
so I'm checking Instagram and shit. Where are you at,
Yeah.
dude?
Our upstairs. Yeah.
So, no, I love coming to see you because dude, what have I dropped in the last month?
Like 12 pounds, right? 12 pounds
Yeah.
or so.
In a month?
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
it's been what was the body fat? 1%? It's like 3%, 3.5%.
I have 100 clients, so I don't know.
3.5%, I think, is what it was.
People ask me all the time, like, hey,
They-
what am I down? I'm like, I don't know.
Here's the deal.
Let's look.
If anything, go see Mike so that you can listen to the music when you're getting scammed. Go see him just so you can listen to the music. And when you do, text me or DM me and tell me how badass that music is.
Yes. That's right.
How many times you hear that a day?
It really depends on the clients I have. If it's like an older crowd, which a lot of my clients are in that 45 to 60
They start
range,
dancing?
I put on like older jams.
Oh.
I don't put on Drake when I have a 6-year-old in my office.
I'm talking about your machine.
Oh,
sings to,
I was
yeah.
talking about my like,
I
Pandora.
figured, yeah,
oh,
no, I
yeah,
figured.
yeah.
And that music has got to like jive with somebody. So that's what I thought you were getting ready to say is the older folks start dancing and shit, and you can't move.
I
on
do have that on.
machine.
I actually have someone dancing on my. Yeah, I have some.
And you can't
old
move on it,
folks.
or you're just gonna sit and listen to the
Yeah,
music.
people try moving, and I'm like, you can't move because you're gonna mess the machine up.
They're like, I don't want to interrupt the song though. I
Yeah.
want to keep going.
Yeah.
Shit, what time is it?
What other questions you got for me? How's this been so far? Have you learned anything?
With the podcast?
Yeah.
It's nerve wracking as shit.
Why is it nerve wracking?
Introvert, dude. I hate.
This is good. We're just having a conversation, dude. Yeah.
No, this is good. But I knew that, like, I came in earlier, right? And I was like, I said, this one's going to be good. I know you. We're going to get some
Yeah,
shit.
it's easy.
We got some stories to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to keep it low key.
Your kid, I don't want to keep you too long, dude. Like, we've been
I'm here as long as you want,
Shit,
dude.
can you
These
believe
guys have
what
to
time
edit
it is?
it.
Yeah.
We started kind of late, but
Kids, dude.
what's your questions, man? What are the
Kids.
questions you got?
How did the kids?
Kids are fun.
Yeah.
I have a 3-year-old, almost 4. My wife's pregnant now. So
You're going to have another fat
another
picture
little girl.
you're going to take?
Yeah, I will. Yeah. I will for sure. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
She's due in January, so
2
we'll see.
girls.
Yep. I'm not blessed to have boys like you, dude.
No?
No.
You going
I'm
to
doing something wrong.
Are you going to have more kids?
Nope, I'm done.
That's it. 2
Yep.
girls.
2 kids. It's perfect.
I
You
like
have
it.
like 12, right? Or is it 13 or 12? How many kids you have?
It's on my phone. I'd have to look.
Yeah. Do they just go off like numbers? They even have names?
Carry the 2.
Do you have like that is the number 6, number
Yeah.
12? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you have a lot of kids.
4 kids.
Whew. That might as well
It's
be
not
12.
even that much.
That might as well be
We're
12.
in Utah, dude. They were expecting some bigger numbers
That's
than that
true.
shit.
That's true.
I have 7 siblings. So.
Wow. All right.
I'm like 4 kids.
yeah.
But it's
7.
it's 4 kids under 12. So
Yeah. Our neighbor growing up in my house in Taylorsville, they had 19 kids. Clark's.
is that legal?
I don't even know. But the house was not that big they lived in. They
Were the
lived
kids
in
rented?
They lived in our neighborhood, in our middle class neighborhood.
Yeah, the house couldn't have been.
It wasn't that big.
Too
They had
big.
19 kids. But I think like it was like every year she popped out a baby, which is crazy. So, yeah, dude. You can never get on your fitness goals
Like
if you keep popping out babies.
legit, they're kids.
Like, you'll never have abs if you keep popping out kids.
No,
The male or the female.
I was gonna say even the guy won't
Yeah,
have
even,
abs.
not the guy. He won't have abs either.
No. He'll have an addiction though to like Xanax or something.
That's right. That's right. But you can be fit. Anyone that wants to be fit can be fit and healthy. They really can. It doesn't matter how busy you are. I have clients that are single moms of 5 and they kill it.
I look forward every week
So,
to come and see you.
Yeah, most people do. That's their. Sometimes when clients cancel on me because they had a bad week, they're actually mad at themselves they didn't come in. Like when I see them the following week,
Yeah,
they didn't get remotivated. They should have just came in and
nothing
you know,
changed.
yeah. But when they come in after a bad week, they're remotivated to you know. Sometimes they realize it wasn't as bad as they thought.
Yeah.
So they're remotivated to come back.
Well, shit. There's times that like I said on the scale and shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm down a pound or something. I'm like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
And then I go in and I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah.
We lost some weight.
So what's the fitness myths that you have questions on? What are you guys' questions on?
Yeah. What do you guys want to know?
What's
You got
your
anything?
questions? What's the fitness myths that you guys want me to
Let
debunk
me
right
pull
now?
up my notes.
I'll debunk any fitness myth you want right now.
What fitness myth what's on your mind? What's some of the main ones you got?
Do you guys have any? No? So the 3 that I get the most, we go back to the keto thing, the carbs. Will carbs make me fat? Right?
Yep.
And the answer to that is no, but it's more about quality of carbs and timing of carbs.
Could that be like a no but yes? Like
Yeah.
if you eat a shit ton of carbs?
Of course. Yeah. Carb donuts before bed will make you fat.
Like, can alcohol make me drunk?
Yeah. A
No.
fun fact about alcohol is that you don't get fat on the alcohol. You get
what
fat
you
on your,
eat.
yeah, it's what you consume. Because your body is the toxin to your body, so your body will digest that as quickly as possible to get it out of your system, and it will store the food you've been eating, the betas at 2 a.m.
The bag of Doritos I carry around with me around
Yep.
the party.
Yep, that's it. The bad choices you make once you're drunk. So yeah, carbs, that's the number one I hear all the time is carbs will make me fat. They won't. It's more about timing of carbs. Dude, 90% of my clients, going back to that, they eat carbs throughout the whole day. You was included.
Yep.
You're eating carbs for every meal and you're losing fat.
Except for
And
the
we're talking about
except for the last
breads.
meal.
We're talking about pastas,
Yeah, except for dinner.
cereals. You can eat all those and lose fat. So
Yeah, I don't, dude, I feel like I'm eating a shit ton.
Mm-hmm.
And the other, okay, so here's one for you too. Some people will start with high carbs and bring you down through the weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And some people start low and will start bringing you back up.
okay,
What's your thought on that?
depends on the person.
Just depends on the person.
Depends on their lifestyle.
So you got some people you'll start somewhat high and drop them down.
Not necessarily
you
drop
go.
them down. I typically, I don't know about per week, but per day you want to start your carbs off higher in the morning, right?
Yeah.
You want to break that fast, and then you taper your carbs off as the day goes on.
But did I say carbs?
Yeah.
I meant calories, dude.
Oh,
Fucking calories.
yeah.
The other C word.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Some people will like kind of drop down to like maybe like a 2,500 calories or something, 2,600 calories,
Where'd you find that number
and
from?
then continue to drop down. I just pulled
Where'd you get that number?
Google.
Where'd you get that number
Google,
from?
Google, bro. Google's always right. Found it in Google.
Yeah. So calories are dependent on the person, but calories aren't created equally. And so another myth we can talk about is not all calories are the same, right? So I can put a client on 1,300 calories of clean, healthy food, and it feels like it's 2,500 calories because it's low glycemic, slow digesting carbs
Gotcha.
spread throughout the day. So it's all about timing, and it's all about making sure you're getting the balance of protein, carbs, fats in almost every meal.
I'm pretty sure you just spoke Spanish, but
Yeah.
I'm going to come to you because
That's why you pay
I
me.
can't. Yeah, exactly.
That's why you pay me.
100%.
You don't need to know. I'll just keep fishing for you. I'm not going to teach you how to fish.
There you go.
I'll just keep fishing
I'll just
for
keep
you.
losing weight every week.
Yep. I'll always fish for you. So, yeah. So the calorie thing is not, it's not right or wrong. It's just, it's dependent on the person.
Okay.
Some people on 2,500 calories might feel so full, they might gain weight. Right. And some people on 2,500 calories might be starving. Depends on it's all about their lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
Nutrition plus lifestyle. See what I'm saying? Evolved culture.
I like it.
Nutrition plus lifestyle. If your lifestyle is a very active person, you need more food than the person that sits at home all day or works at a bank.
I like it. Okay. Dig it.
Anything else?
Yeah,
Questions?
Dude, no.
You good?
Yeah, I'm not going to take up any more.
No more
of your
mints?
time, buddy.
Is there like
We got
a
another.
limit to how much like protein your body can
That's a
absorb
good
in
one. I get that
sitting?
one a lot too.
Is there a limit to how much protein your body can handle a day?
Or just in
There is a limit
meal?
because you will shit out a bunch if you use too much. Have you ever eaten too much protein? You get a bad stomach ache. That's your body saying you ate too much protein. But that depends on the person. Do you know who Ronnie Coleman is? Yeah. Okay, so he probably needs more protein than this homeboy right here, right? Probably.
Yeah, I don't eat very much.
Yeah. So each person's so different. Maybe he can ingest 100 grams of protein per meal, but you probably can't do that. So that's where each person's so different. But they always say 25 to 50 grams is like the most you should consume in one sitting, right? And there's probably that's kind of a gray area, but yeah, everyone has eaten too much protein, and they're like, oh, I gotta take a shit. It's your body saying you ate too much, for sure. But if you're eating 6 meals a day and you're getting 50 grams of protein per meal, that's 300 grams of protein. It's not bad, right? So maybe you're getting shakes in between. So that's a good question.
What's the shakes in between?
What do you mean?
Oh, did you say protein shake?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, do you can start getting jittery and shit if you're
Yeah. Well, the shake weight. You have a shake weight? That's the shakes in between. If you do the shake weight in between your meals, you'll get buffer.
Is that what it is?
That's what I meant. Yeah, the shake weight.
It creates bad
I
habits.
need to get one of those.
Shake
Have it in my office to show people
Just to
workouts.
sit like on a. I don't think anybody will buy it anymore.
You don't think so?
No.
I should buy a shake weight. You know what a shake weight is, right?
Oh hell yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
This guy?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I should get a client. Be like, hey, can you do a workout
do you-
for me? I'll say, here, just do this.
Why do you think they colored it blue?
Is it blue?
I think it's blue.
Oh, I don't know.
Is it blue?
I have no idea. Let's look it up.
Google it, dude. Shake weight.
You guys know what the shake weight is?
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay. I don't know anybody that doesn't know the shake weight.
Silver, dude.
That thing is white and silver. Why did I
Yeah.
think it was blue?
I don't know. There it is. Can you buy that on Amazon? I think I'm going to buy one.
Like,
I
dude,
swear to God, I'm going to buy one,
just
dude.
said that,
I
yeah,
bet you can.
You can buy anything on Amazon.
guarantee.
You got Walmart.
They still sell shake weights? That's
At Walmart?
fucking rad. Oh, that one's white. Okay.
Well, the one's black, the one's white. Like, why can't we get blue or...
Okay, I don't see any blues in there, dude.
Just
All
put
right.
it on a shelf and see who notices it. So
I
just
should.
sit it on the shelf and anybody comes in, see
Right in front
who
of my
notices
desk.
it.
I have to like look around to like talk to you.
Right.
See if they notice it. I have to like, it's like in my face. I'm trying to like look at you.
You should do that. And
Oh
see what
my
they say.
gosh, dude.
But no, I'm done wasting your time, dude.
Any other questions at all?
Nope. We might have to get you back on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on, I'll talk to you after this. We'll figure out something. I want to do a giveaway.
Okay.
So
You need to end it a certain way, or is that it?
that's it.
Peace
dude.
out.
Handshake.
That's it?
We've been busting a handshake.
Can we
over
do one of those?
Oh,
That's what's that from? They've never even seen it. Predator.
Predator.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's like, you son of a bitch, and they go, and they're all like oiled up and like greasy. And it shows, like,
Predator?
their- yeah, dude.